9/11 has had a great impact on Americans emotionally, but also economically. The United States, along with countries throughout the world, has increased spending to combat terrorism. CCTV's Nathan King has more on the cost of the global fight against terror.
13 years ago, nearly 3,000 people paid the ultimate price in the September 11th attacks. That human toll grew as the wars against Afghanistan and Iraq were unleashed, the so-called war on terror. The economic cost has always been harder to quantify. But as America launches another, though more limited, war on terror group Islamic State, the true costs of combating terror post 9/11 are becoming clearer. In a study by Brown University on the costs of war, researchers put the total cost to the US at $4.4 trillion and counting. Broken down, the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan cost over $800 billion and $700 billion respectively. Increased spending for defense and homeland security added $1.3 trillion. And commitments to looking after the wounded and their families going forward account for over $1 trillion. And then there are the intangibles, the hidden costs. And more countries are being threatened by terrorism, whether it be Boko Haram kidnapping hundreds of girls in Nigeria, European countries on high alert due to Islamic State, or in the case of China, where increased terror attacks in the Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region has led to increases in security spending of 24%. The global costs of fighting and preventing terrorism are rising. The true cost of terror is almost impossible to quantify. But for every dollar spent on fighting terrorism, that's a dollar not spent elsewhere. Here in the US, the American Society of Civil Engineers estimates the country needs to spend $3.6 trillion on crumbling infrastructure by the end of this decade. The costs incurred since 9/11 would have paid for that, with nearly $1 billion left over.